Okay, it's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Partizan Brewing Company, and this is Real Ale 140 introducing it.
Hello. Alright, I'm just going to take a little bit longer than normal introducing this, because there's a real thing with Partizan Brewery, is their labelling and their artwork, and it's fantastic. And I've had a little debate recently with, I think he's Ghost Drinker on Twitter, about whether or not boobs are an appropriate thing, you know, on beer labels.
Boobs are always appropriate.
Boobs are always appropriate, clearly, but actually, stylised boobs in this kind of way, I think, yeah, this is not your, what was that one that got banned from Parliament? I'm just going to roll this around very slowly for you. This is not your average kind of rubbishy beer. This is a lovely quad beer.
I think she got a fantastic pair of bangers.
She's banging out of that top, and that's fine. You know, bit of nip slip. If me or Simon were to do that, then none of you guys would have a problem, yeah?
Exactly,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah. It's just a picture.
Yes.
Get over yourselves. Right, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Okay, so this is Partizan Brewing. It's their quad. Recently, we reviewed their Partizan. I think it was a pale ale or an IPA.
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
Their range is enormous at the moment. It's about 7 or 8, maybe 9 different beers. You know, and lots of them, all very good. And I love the artwork on all of them. It's that lovely modernist kind of twist on, almost like a saucy postcard. What are we getting with this?
Is this a Belgium style quad?
Yeah.
Imagine it is. With it being a quad, only the Belgians brew quads.
Well, and now London.
Wow. Yeah. I'm going to throw the yeast in your glass. Go on, you have it.
I go for a turn. There we go. So, there is a lovely yeasty, heady quad.
And then, in comparison, look at that. Now this is the comparison. Some people like the yeast out. I understand it. Some people like the yeast in. For me, I'm a yeast in type of guy.
Some people drink it purely for the health benefits. You know, you can drop it in a shot glass and people will take it that way just because they think there's good things in there.
Yeah, yeah. I think it doesn't really, for me, it doesn't really affect the beer that much. I think it's just an eye over tasting. Personally,
very occasionally you'll get a beer that is a real chunky monkey, and you know it's like pouring jelly into your pipe when you get to the end, and that's a bit much for me. But I'll take floaty bits over crap beer anytime.
Colour. What have we got with the colour?
Well, it's got to be. It's a lovely dark kind of brown. Touch of orange in there. Lovely one figure head maybe. It doesn't. It's not black.
No,
it's a nice dark, deep brown,
and it's what I expect from a quad.
Yeah,
it's that dark, almost. It's not stout like colour, but it's lighter than that. But it looks like a quad, which is what you want.
Does it smell like a quad?
Yes, let's get our nose in. Cheers. Blimey! Wow.
It's huge.
I'm picking a Black Forest Gatto.
It's and there's a huge boom of raisins and
cashew nuts,
Christmas cake, and cherry, cherry and almond, and
it's fabulous. This smells absolutely wonderful.
It's almost like this beer is 6 weeks early. You know, this is a fantastic Christmas beer. Forget your Badger Pale Ale.
No,
what's it called? Badger Poacher's Choice.
Forget
about it right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just get kind of stuck into this. I reckon we should dig into this and give it a taste. Cheers. Wow. That is really good. That is like, exactly that.
I will stick my tongue out and let the air enhance that.
Gooseberry. Loads of gooseberry.
Yeah. Somehow they've inserted a hop character in it without making it seem out of place. Not to say that that's the overriding characteristic.
No.
But you get a little whoosh of it.
A raspberry kind of gooseberry. Even like a nettle. It gives me that nettle characteristic of the beer.
And what you've got is a fantastic mouthfeel that is light carbonation, kind of just drifting over your tongue and feeling good, and but then delivering a big licorice as well as amongst the raspberry, so you've got licoricey, raspberry kind of, it's a real kind of mishmash of stuff, but in a good way, not mishmash, not in a bad way.
Yeah, it's a beer. Look at that. I've just washed that round now while Chris was talking, and it's this. Now, bearing in mind, this is 11.2% ABV, and it's holding its head. That just gives. That's enough. We can stand here and talk to you all day long, but just to wish round 11.2% beer and show you that head and that, it's enough anyway to show you the quality of the beer.
Yeah, look at that. I wish that up. And look at that Layson dropping back off. That's beautiful.
A beer at this strength, if you pour a wine, or I know a wine is completely different, but I've poured beers at 11% before, and it's kind of gone
flat,
and it's kind of all gone. But look at that, looks great.
And that shows it's all developed out of the yeast. It's all beautiful, and it's still live and working in there.
Fabulous,
and the fact that they've tamed this yeast to the point they've banged in an 11% beer, and it's so well refined and just so easy to drink.
I've got it. Apples. This just something screaming. I have a mouthful, and there's something kind of appley, really appley about it, like a sharp Bramley apple or something.
No, I'm with you on that.
Do you get that?
Yeah, there's something in there that's just kicking that through. Oh, very, very good.
Yeah, yeah. Nice mouthfeel. What do you think of the mouthfeel?
The mouthfeel's fantastic. It just like I said, it floats through.
Yeah.
It's not so aggressive with the fizz that it hurts or that it's attacking you. It's just great. It's just enough buzz in there just to hit all of the flavour receptors.
I'm going to ask Chris for his rating on this, but before I do, we were out in the bottle shop a week ago, and you can see our review of a beer we reviewed in the shop, but Chris said to me in the shop that day, pick up a bottle of that, it's fantastic. So I'd like to thank Chris for introducing me to this Partizan quad.
You've got a whole bunch of Partizan beers to do as well, haven't you?
Absolutely, to review on the channel.
They're one of the big happening brewers, and we hit them last summer, but we hit them all off camera, 4 of them. They're the only ones we could get at the time.
Yeah.
And they were great, and what we haven't got around to doing is actually doing them on camera. So we're starting at the top end. Yeah,
top end quad, and it's fabulous. I'm picking up apple, I'm picking up all sorts of lovely yeasty esters from the Belgian yeast. It's just a cracking brew.
Yeah,
but
lovely.
As always, I'm not going to rate it first. I'm going to ask my guest to rate it.
This has got to be a full-on 9.5 out of 10 for me. This is fantastic beer. I'm not sure why I'm quite holding off that last 0.5%. Maybe I'm being tight. Maybe 9.75. I'm gonna push it right towards the end of top notch. Good beer.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 9. I'm just a kind of I'm either 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or 3 or 4. I'm full numbers, but I'm going to go 9 out of 10. It's a very good beer. It's a very good quad. No way in the world will I believe if you give me this beer if I was to try it blindfolded. I would never say it was 11.2% ABV. No way in the world, but it is. Fantastic brew. 9 out of 10. Thanks to Real 140 for joining me. Put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.